Remember to subscribe.
Good morning. Hey, girl, boy. Let's get up out this bed and start our day. Because I got a video, a video, a video. So let's get up. Come on. Come on, let's get up. This is the fourth video I've attempted to record. And please don't say nothing about my ponytail, y'all. You know, I did sleep on it, and then I was way over there. It was sitting on the middle top of my head, but girl, boy, this thing just do what it want to do. But it ain't all over the place. It is what it is. I got a side bun. But I just wanted to come on here because I had to switch phones for one. Because that Motorola just don't do what I need for it to do, honey. So I got on my Galaxy S24. And it's doing what I need for it to do. It's showing me in good lighting. It's making me feel like I'm that girl. I'm trying to do better with videoing and looking directly into the camera, because people is like, look into the camera when you singing and when you cooking and when you doing this and that, whatever. So I'm trying to do better. I don't know why I'm even doing this right now, but I'm trying to get better at creating videos. And I've been asked to do it longer than 5 minutes. And so I'm trying to give y'all a video that's longer than 5 minutes, I suppose. I don't know, just trying to give y'all some content that you can relate to. I don't want to give y'all content where y'all gonna be like questioning everything I do. But I know no matter what kind of content I give y'all go question it. Because, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what y'all do out there. And us as content creators, it just kind of sucks. But we got to just thug it out and have tough skin, because it's going to be people that's not going to agree on some of the things that you say or you do. And that's okay. They have a right to feel the way that they feel. And, you just got to keep going and just try to make the best out of it. And just live a good life, or the life that you want to live, in peace and in happiness is pretty much all I'm trying to do. I mean, I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. I'm just being me. Again, like I always say, sometimes I have to think before I say certain things, because if I say the first thing that comes to my mind, a lot of people would be offended. People would get offended or feel some type of way. So I have to be mindful when I deliver certain things, because I'm not big on altercation. I really like my peace. I like making people smile and happy. I'm trying to give y'all something, but it is really not let me be great. I feel like I'm being prayed against, though. But God got his upper hand. He has the last say. And, I don't really care too much about what people say. I really don't care too much, especially if it's gonna make me feel like, some type of way or whatever, where I got to be questioning if what I'm doing is even right, or if what I'm saying is even the right thing to be saying, or whatever. Yeah, I don't want them kind of people in my space, because I'm a positive person, and I don't think, like, my heart is so good, and I don't think I really want to, like, half the time do is encourage people, because people encourage me all the time, believe it or not, and so I be trying to give back the same energy, and I'm good at encouraging people. It's just when sometimes, you're going to just have one that ain't feeling you, and it's okay. I don't like I said, I don't expect that to come from everybody. But I just wanted to do a video, just explaining how where I'm coming from, how I feel about certain things, um, and I get backlash for expressing myself the way that I do sometimes, and it just kind of rubs people wrong, and it rubs me wrong too, because I'm just like, well, why are you watching me again? Why are we friends again? Because it's so, to protect your peace and my peace, you can easily unfollow me. I can easily unfollow you, and we don't have to see each other's content. We don't have to even deal with each other at all. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's not that deep. People just feel like they have an upper hand or have one up on you, and they feel like that they can speak to you any kind of way that they want to, and then forget that you're not dumb as a box of rocks, that you are very intelligent and very smart. And if I start to get on that level, it's not going to be a good thing, because then they're going to still feel some type of way no matter how I come at them. um, but they tend to forget that you are smart and you know what you're talking about. And people try to make you feel like that you don't know what you're talking about, and that you need to be that they need to say something. Like, man, like, I don't know. I just, you know, um, that's why I stay to myself. That's why I'm glad I'm a loner. I'm glad I'm a loner. I'm glad I don't have to be around people. Okay? Because if I had to be around people to have my peace, I would be in bad shape, y'all. But I'm glad I'm not that girl, because people will make you feel like crap. Even when you're doing the right thing, people will make you feel bad about doing the right thing. I can't listen. I can't make this up. And you know what? It's okay, because you can't do right and you can't do wrong. You know what I'm saying? People just want to have something to talk about, and it's okay. And I'm in the place of my life where I'm trying to get my life right with God. I keep telling y'all I'm not a perfect person. Nobody is. I keep telling y'all there's no such thing as a perfect Christian. It isn't. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna um, have our moments where our faith is gonna be tested so many times over, and we may do things that we're not proud of, and we may be solid and do things that we're supposed to be doing or whatever, but we're still not perfect, and we're still um, going through a learning process. And then at the end of the day, when you try to seek God and stuff like that, it's a learning process. You know what I mean? Like, I was raised in church and stuff. Like, I was raised in church. So it ain't like I don't know what's up. You know, um, it's like when you grow up and you finally want to live a different lifestyle, um, especially when it's concerning God. You know, it's almost like you are okay with changing. You're okay with wanting to um, live for God. And in my case, God's still working on me. Um, at least I'm willing to accept the change, and I'm willing to give Him everything I got, until my last breath. You know, um, whenever I post things, the things that I post, whether it's a video, a picture, a meme, a GIF, or just words, you know, um, it comes from a place. And let me tell you, I have people that mess with me all the time. My inbox is ridiculously uncalled for. Only because of the every day. It's not a day, but every day, especially being a content creator and you upcoming, you gonna have people in your inbox sending you like really rude things, saying really awful things or whatever. And some of the people that want you to add them, they want you to add them just so they can go in your inbox and just say some crazy things to you. So I'm just like, why did you even add me as a friend, though, friend? If we were going to end up in my inbox arguing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then when I threaten to expose you, uh, then you get mad, you block me or whatever when you started it. And I don't even be looking for problems. They just get offended, like, you know what I'm saying? And then like my grandson had, I posted a video of my grandson on Facebook where he was, just being a toddler, curious toddler, and he found a pocket knife. I didn't know even that it was even in my TV stand, y'all. Um, I had explained this one time on my Snapchat where I said, before the grandkids came, me and my spouse, we tried to baby proof the house. And so anything that was laying around, because my spouse, he be making knives and shanks and stuff like that, because we really big on in the days survival, like. So he be making weapons and stuff and be putting it up. But so in this particular week, we was baby proofing the house, and we started putting up some of the things that he made, and one of those things was one of the shanks. And we didn't realize, or maybe he didn't realize, and I didn't even know that it was even in there, but he didn't realize that he put it there. And the conversation that him and I had was, we didn't think that it, the kids was gonna even like be in the entertainment stand looking for anything. But just so happened that day I was in the living room letting them have playtime, and was watching Miss Rachel and just doing us. And my grandson was just being curious, and he got bored, I guess, and he just started looking for stuff. And it just so happened he found a shank inside of the entertainment stand, and he brought it to me. He was looking at it like he knew what it was, like he even seen a knife or something, a pocket knife before. So I'm like, the whole time in the video, you can't hear me telling him, bring me the knife, grandson, bring me the knife, because I covered it with music. I just felt like I wanted to share the video to show how curious a child can be, and to put awareness on it as well, as far as us as parents and grandparents, to be more careful when hiding things and putting up things as far as weapons, because kids can be curious in a blink of an eye, even when you're there in the midst of them, and they can find things that could possibly harm them. So in the video, like I said, I'm telling him, bring me the knife, grandson, bring it to me. And he was just being a kid. I realized that he could have got hurt. And the whole time I'm watching him and I'm praying, please just, give me this knife. And that day I was really like in pain and stuff. And I wasn't really capable, at that specific moment to get up and get that knife from him. So I'm just reaching out, grandson, bring me the knife and whatever. So anyway, that video rubbed a lot of people wrong or whatever, because they didn't know the back end of the story. They just saw what I posted and ran with it, and started sending me all these crazy messages in my inbox. So I just had this one particular group that felt like they wanted to uh make me feel bad by saying some things, that I felt like were hurtful, without them knowing what was really up. um And so it just went to another level because I don't like being an unhappy person. Like, I'm uplifting, and I love to encourage people. I don't like for it to turn left, and having, um, people look at me like I'm just a bad person, and I'm not. And that's where I drew the line. And sometimes I react like I do. Sometimes that's why I said now I get to the point where I think really before I really say something, because I know my mouth can be um overbearing sometimes and can make people feel this small, because I know I can do that to you. You know, I can go there. I can go there, but like I said, I'm in a place now with God where I'm trying to be a better person, a better human being, and I'm trying to treat people. I'm trying to consider their feelings. So I'm trying to treat them better by considering their feelings before I just say anything, because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings anymore. Because I used to just be really blunt and say stuff and not realize the effect that it would have on the person or whatever. And now I'm just at a different place in my life where I'm just trying to be, considerate. So a lot of people don't understand that, and they're so quick to just judge and so quick to respond to things that I post without asking me what's going on. I just feel like, if you don't have to address me the way that you think you should address me. um I just feel like, if we're adults, I just feel like, we can talk about it, and we definitely can come to an understanding and try to work it out and figure it out to where it don't hurt either of us. Because at the end of the day, I have people that look up to me. I'm sure you probably have people that look up to you as well. Like, this is what I tell people, like, we can be adults about it, and we don't have to um stoop so low to act childish and get to the point where we're arguing and calling each other names, and going toe to toe for post is stupid. That's not what social media is for. I try to use my social media, like I said, for encouragement, and to just, let people know that they're loved, because, you know, that's important. I feel like if I if I'm out here and I'm trying to better myself, in my life, and I'm trying to live for God the best way that I can, I'm gonna do what He said do first, and that is love thy neighbor. I'm gonna love you, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna be doing all that back and forth with you. Once I say what I say, that's it, because I don't wanna. I don't want it to fuel me by getting me angry or making me feel some type of way, because I know I can be taken there, and I know that I can explode. My anger is has came a long way. um I feel like I know for a fact I've came a long way, yo. Everybody has gone through something in life, but we're talking about me. I'm not talking about you. I don't know your story. I'm talking about my life and what I've endured and what I've experienced and what I'm trying to do with it now, right? So that's why I said, I need for y'all to just add my YouTube story, a young grandma, at a young grandma on YouTube. Subscribe, and just support me by just watching a video, um, and just letting me vent about my life and what I endured, because I feel like the time is now to let the world hear my story, um, so that I can get it off my back, um, and I can move on with my life, and we'll start there, and we'll come up from there, um, because I already know that somebody's going to relate to, if not all, some of something that I've endured in my life. Um, Like, I'm getting so emotional for no reason right now. Um, and I think it's just because I be too far in my head when I'm talking to you guys, because I'm just like, all I want them to do is just relate to something I'm saying. Hear me. I just want to be heard. Like the next person, I want to be heard. And um I just I really just want, you know, I really just want people to see me in a different light than how I see me, right? Um, I have to try even harder to encourage myself throughout the day because, you know, I'm fighting all the time with the devil, with his kind, and people don't get it. You know, when you're chosen, you're gonna always be attacked. That's just how it is. You're gonna always be attacked. They're gonna always come for you. So I'm just here to tell anybody, you know, keep going, keep fighting, don't give up. Love yourself enough to not have to really worry about what the next person thinks about you. You have to love yourself enough. Um, and we're going to talk about that a lot when I do videos, because uh, I had to love myself a long time ago before it led up to me loving myself now, just because of just stuff I just went through. But if you know, you know, you know. And I'm just really emotional right now because people think they know, but they don't. They don't know. Like I say, everybody go through things, right? So I pray for people um, when they're going through and when they're not going through, when they're happy and when they're sad, because they need prayer. If I can say a prayer for them, it's free. It's not gonna hurt me to pray for somebody and let them know that God loves them. I don't have to be a perfect Christian to tell you that God loves you. I don't have to be a perfect Christian to tell you that He's going to provide. I don't have to be a perfect Christian to let you know that He's always there. These are things I had to learn on my own. So that's why I can tell you this. Like, I don't have to be a perfect Christian to know God. Um, so when I'm posting things, people's like, "Oh, you're a hypocrite." No. This is this, I'm telling you, my inbox, boy, they be on me. They be on my top, okay? Um, but I sucks it up because at the end of the day, you know, I'm doing what God wanted me to do, and that was to let the world know that He's still around, and He's real, and He's there, and He loves you. You know, I'm doing what He wants me to do. I'm gonna continue to do that no matter what content I put out. It does not um, describe who I am in Him. It doesn't take away that. You know what I mean? It doesn't take away um, my beliefs in God or how I acknowledge Him or whatever. Like, if you tell me you don't pray, I'm gonna believe that you don't pray. So whatever I feel at that moment, especially when you're attacking me, I'm just gonna just say it because I didn't just make this up. Like, you know what I mean? You said it. If you tell me that, then I'm gonna believe it because I'm not gonna take nothing back that I said. You know, so people take me wrong, and then I'm messy because I said it, because I'm blunt with my words. And like I said, I'm learning to be more considerate when it comes to what I tell people, because you don't know what I'm going through, just like I don't know what you're going through. But if you relate to the post, then so be it, you know. If it rubbed you wrong, then so be it. You know, what you want me to do? Take it back? No. You know, people always trying to feel like that they doing something. Like I like when they try to address me, I'm over here on the other end of the phone. Like, okay, what you want me to do? You want me to give you some cookies and brownies because you feel like you're doing the right thing by addressing me? I'm grown. I'm grown. I'm grown. And I'm sitting over here like all the time. This is how I am when y'all come for me. I am content. Because like I said, when I said, it's said. I'm not taking it back. I'm standing on it and I mean it. I mean it. Call me whatever you want to. Say what you want. I honestly can care less because we don't have to be friends. We don't have to be anything for real. I've listen. I done lost friends. I'm pretty sure y'all don't lost friends. I done lost friends growing up. I done lost friends growing into my life as an adult. I done lost way more than you think. So what? It's not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna hurt me to know or to find out a person. I feel like, once you come for me, I done found you out. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm not targeting you and I'm just minding my business. I'm just venting. I'm just responding to whatever was thrown my way in my inbox or something. Because, usually when I get on social media, I check my inbox to see if I have an order for a picture or an order for a bracelet or something, you know, or I just check it, because it's my inbox. That's what I'm supposed to do. And then I get all these foul messages, and then I get mad, just because it's early, it's a new day, and y'all still on this. So this is where we still on this, right? So I'm gonna address it, and that's what happens most of the time. I'll address it the best way that I can, but then it always get intercepted wrong. Like people be coming for me, like they trying to correct me. Correct what? What you correcting? So I be finding out people real quick. I find them out real quick. Thank you. I appreciate you all for showing me your true color. Show me what you really feel about me. Because listen, I'm just so content with just at peace with my peace. I'm just content with my peace. I can't even like talk right now because I be getting too emotional. People be making me. I'm getting emotional to where I want to hurt people. Not emotional because my feelings are hurt, because it makes me angry where I want to put my hands on people. And man, listen, I've learned a lot. I learned how to defend myself at an early age. Okay, I learned how to defend myself at an early age. I mean, I went through so much in my life. I was told I wasn't gonna be nothing. I was told I wasn't gonna have anything. I was told I was gonna be this. I was gonna be that. Listen, I'm pretty sure y'all have too. But that's hate. That comes from hatred out of people's heart. Okay? And then I had to remind myself that I had people that were telling me that I'm a good person. You have a good heart. You're a good person. Those people kept me really like on my toes. Kind of kept me fighting for myself. I had to learn to fight for myself. You know, people like when I was little, I was told I was ugly from fourth grade to seventh grade. I was told I was ugly every day. bullied every day. I was bullied emotionally, not physically. Emotionally, I was bullied by boys. Okay, you know, you ugly, you too skinny, you know. So you know, I never did nothing to these boys. They just rode my bus. They know who they are. There's no point of bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? But they know what they did. They know who they are. And it's crazy because I'm on the bus. I got siblings on the bus with me. They just, they little. They can't do nothing. What can they do? You know, what can they do for real for their big sister? I'm the oldest. They couldn't defend me. That was their friends. You know what I'm saying? That was their friends. That was calling me the names and stuff, making me feel some type of way every day. You know, they didn't defend me. I had to learn how to defend myself. And I, I learned how to defend myself by remaining calm. It hurt and I cried a lot as a little girl because I was already going through stuff. And I have to go through that. It really like messed with my confidence. So I went through it. Anybody that's being emotionally bullied, trust me, I understand. I went through it as a little girl. A lot of people don't know that, but a lot of people do that rode that bus. But that's a story time that I'm going to do for another day. I just want to throw a little bit of things that help mold me mentally to have the tough skin that I have, to not let things bother me like it would bother most people. Most people would have killed themselves because they weren't mentally strong enough. You have to be careful how you come at people because you don't know what type of mind frame they're in to handle some things in there that they're experiencing, because they just might be one of the ones that give up. But don't give up. I'm here with you. I get it. I've been there. I know it hurt to be called ugly. You know you're not ugly. And then I was told one day on the bus, a high school boy who was probably in his senior year. I don't recall what grade I was in at that time. He was in his senior year. He stood up for me. That was the last time I got picked on too. But it happened for a long time. He stood up for me. He said, y'all need to stop because that ugly duckling one day gonna be a beautiful swan. And they was like, no, she ain't. She can't be pretty. But he stood on it. He meant it. And they looked up to him. I guess I didn't get picked on no more on the bus. And I felt good that somebody defended me because I didn't have nobody to defend me. I really never had nobody to defend me. But, you know, I went through a lot as a kid. You know, I went through a lot as a kid. Do you hear me? I really just kind of came to peace with my life, especially oh my God, it's so much I want to vent to y'all about that I want to address that I won't address on this video because I want to save parts of my story into different videos. I want to split it up. I don't want to share too much because then I give you everything and I won't have nothing left to give you, and then you probably won't follow me or nothing for real because I done told everything all at once. So just keep following me so I can just do some story times. And I wrote down a lot of ideas and how I'm gonna approach a lot of different scenarios and things that I've endured in my life. So just bear with me, stick with me. And I just want you to remember this. As long as I'm here as a content creator, as long as you allow me to be a part of you guys' lives, I'm going to be rooting for you. I'm going to be praying for you. I'm going to do the best that I can to support you. Pushing my buttons is free. Pushing your buttons is free. You support me, I'll support you. We support each other. We grow together and we overcome. And we spread love to each other. We bring awareness to love and why it matters, okay? Because love is the only thing that is going to change the world, people, situations, outcomes. I'm glad I did this video. I was inspired to do this video. I'm real emotional right now. I think it's because I'm over 5 minutes. I didn't think I was gonna be able to talk this long, but I'm glad I did it because I think I did a good thing today by breaking barriers of confidence, breaking those confident barriers, like to get the urge to just want to let y'all in a little bit deeper into my life. It's more to me than cooking and being a young grandmother and a mother of 4. Okay? It's more to me than that. I have a lot. I'm so creative, y'all. If given a chance, you would see how creative I am. I do a lot of things behind the scenes. A lot of things behind the scenes. I'm so emotional. I can't believe this. Just because I know I'm good at a lot of things. And I just want to share that with y'all. I can make bracelets, jewelry, cosmetics, like lotion and shampoo. I can make soap. I can make candles. I print t-shirts and edit pictures. Print pictures for people. If you want pictures, you need them. I do a lot of stuff. Very creative, very, very driven. Once my mind is set up, it's nothing I can't do. It's nothing that you can't do. I'm encouraging you to post today. Even if it's just hello world, post it. Now I see what they were saying now. Once you post your first video that actually means something to you, you can't stop. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop now because I finally broke another barrier. I did the unthinkable. I did what the devil told me I could not and would not do. He told me nobody will like you. Nobody is going to relate to you. Nobody is going to follow you. Nobody is going to comment. Nothing good. Nobody is going to stand with you. Nobody is going to believe in you. He told me that. You still ugly. Everything that ever happened to you in your life was karma. This is what he told me one time. And then I realized that God is in control. God told me that I would change hearts. He told me that. And I'm going to stand on what he said. And I'm going to hold him to it. He said, I was going to change hearts. I know it. I know I was meant for this season, for this moment, for this time, for someone right now who is battling something. And we're going to get through it, friend. I'm going to need for you to get up and wash your face. We're going to do it together. Get up. Wash your face. Make your bed up. Okay? It's going to be okay. Them bills going to be okay. Put it in God's hands. I know I done been there. Trust me. It's going to be okay. Put your faith in God. You see this? This is a butterfly necklace, and it says it has a cross in the middle. And it says, be still and know that I am God. Okay? Be still and know that He is God in your life. He got you. I can't stress that enough. Lean on Him. He got you. He got us. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that man. Don't worry about them hard-headed kids. Don't worry. God will provide for you. He just want to know. He just want to know if you're going to give yourself to Him. If you're going to keep the faith. If you're going to stand 10 toes down on His word. Because we already know that if that's the only thing that's going to stand is His word. So, when somebody makes you feel like you don't belong in this world, you fall on your knees and pray and let God comfort your heart and fill your heart with His love. And I promise you, when you get up, you're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And God is going to guide you, and you're going to have the authority and walk with your head up to overcome anything else thrown at you. I've been there. I did that. And I'm still experiencing it. I love you. Okay? I love you. And I really do hope that, you got some closure today or some confirmation or just some love. If don't nobody love you, I love you. If you ever want to talk, I'm here. I'm always here. I gotta go, y'all. I love y'all so much. But get up. Get up, girl, boy. Get up. Get up and let's be amazing today. Okay? I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video. In the next video, we're going to be crunk. We're going to be happy, okay? We're going to talk about how God is good. And we're going to stand on it. Okay, baby? So until my next video, don't forget to, what? Y'all see them buttons? Subscribe. Hit my thumbs up. And hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. And I'll do the same for you. Just let me know you did it, and I don't mind coming over there doing it for you. I don't mind. It's free. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? Because at the end of the day, I'm just a young grandma trying to figure it out. One love.
It's not happening tonight. Tonight.